Off the bar, I'm too persistent. With income and no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag.
Yo people, what we telling them to boy Jazz, man, like Jazz or MLC and Jazz in the building right now. We've got Knucks, Leon the professional blood, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, subscribe to the channel. This is your second, third, fourth, sixth time here. You might as well subscribe because you're obviously enjoying the content from now. We've got man like Knucks, one of the youngest, you know what I'm saying, but respected by the older them thing there. He's accomplished a lot in his career, blood, because he has the artistry and tap fam, you know what I'm saying? He's tapped in and them thing there, blood. When you're a young artist and you get the approval from the OGs, you just collaborated with the OGs, collaborated with some dope ass producers fam, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, at early stage. Well, I don't know how long Knucks has been doing this thing, you know what I mean? But either way, but he's accomplished a lot for the age that is that type of thing from, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into this one, man.
Yeah, and he was hitting me.
You always know he taps into the essence when he releases a track, you know what I mean?
No days off, no days off, no days off.
Waiting, started wasting my time just waiting. In the car parked outside of the station, but came with two youths older than me. I used to like when they told man stories about all the highs and lows of the street. Who rose, who fell, who goes to jail, who don't is free. Did you ever hear the story about Leon? I said Leon, they said Leon. He was from the flats that the jack kids be on. Before the cats they had they cracked a phenon. They say on the street he a phenom. When he squeezed on, it's phenomenal. They can change off a name like a hitman, and we'll hitman if it's reasonable.
I'm a hitman if it's reasonable. It's so beautiful to see someone use a long word or a long, you know, I say multitude of words and then just play with the pronunciation and them thing there to spin it and just, you know, I saying make it fit into what they're chatting about and them thing.
Did you ever hear the story about Leon? I said Leon, they said Leon. He was from the flats that the jack kids be on. Before the cats they had they cracked a phenon. They say on the street he a phenon. When he squeezed on, it's phenomenal. We can change off a name like a hitman, and we'll hitman if it's reasonable. But you all have the same reason to call. Oh, what a big misfortune if blank ceases to breathe anymore. Mac on the mantle, teeth in the drawer. If you ask him, he'll call it.
Mac on the mantle, teeth in the drawer.
Fortune if blank ceases to breathe anymore. Mac on the mantle, teeth in the drawer. If you ask him, he'll call it his calling. Course is the one that's receiving a call. If a price in your head in the morning, call money up like there's peas on the wall. When the payment is set, just need a name and address. A couple pictures never hurt, man. Wanna be certain he aiming correct. A scar on his arm and a nape of the neck, and a big one going along the torso from when the boys try to snake him in West. That Alaska repaid in flesh.
Well, all I'm saying is, but if you're on road, but this is the way to do it, man. Look at the artillery, blood. Look at the setups and them thing there, blood. Just nah, man. If you're doing it, blood, you gotta do it properly, fam. No little play thing, man.
Did you ever?
Because I always say, but if you're on road, fam, you gotta be making some big peas and have connection with some big people. If you're out here getting fucking pennies and them thing, then getting the crumbs, what the hell is the point, blood? You know what I'm saying, blood? Because the biggest thing that's in the balance is your life and them thing there. When you lose that, fam, it's all over.
The story about Leon, I said Leon, they said Leon. He was from the flats that the jack kids be on. Before the cats they had they cracked a phenon. They say on the street he a phenon. When he squeezed on, it's phenomenal. We can change off a name like a hitman, and we'll hitman if it's reasonable.
That's the hook, blood.
Logic and reason, one thing he proves, every man's got a code. Never hit children and women, and don't bring things to your humble abode.
But that's the thing with the youths of nowadays, where they don't have that, blood. You know what I'm saying? They'll get down someone's auntie, someone's uncle and them thing there just because their up is that person's nephew, niece, son, all that friend, and you know what I'm saying? But like, if someone's not a part of it, blood, they're not a part of it. This is the street, that's the pavement. Whoever's on the pavement, you leave them out of it type of thing, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? Come on now.
He caught most of his bodies alone. Bodies in storage, bodies at home. Feds on a mission to catch man slipping. By time they sniffing a long man's ghost. Bro, who'd you suppose I could go to and talk about a small little problem? My problem's on Princess Road by the junction. My hunches he holds, so the hold and he punches. Ho what? Ho where? Man flang on the all black airs. Take out a man in his band or end up rapping up all that stairs.
Nah,
he flang
man.
his runs alone.
It's the subtle speed up.
Bodies in storage, bodies at home. Feds on a mission to catch man slipping. By time they sniffing a long man's ghost. Bro, who'd you suppose I could go to and talk about a small little problem? My problem's on Princess Road by the junction. My hunches he holds, so the hold and he punches. Ho what? Ho where? Man flang on the all black airs. Take out a man in his band or end up rapping up all that stairs. Did you ever hear the story about Leon? I said Leon, they said Leon. He was from the flats that the jack kids be on. Before the cats they had they cracked a phenon. They say on the street he a phenon. When he squeezed on, it's phenomenal. We can change off a name like a hitman, and we'll hitman if it's reasonable. He come back one evening and even get round to put keys in the door. The ding off the lift when it came to the fifths and the shiver the kid ain't feeling before. What, did they finally find my location? Okay then, man's waiting. Then when he gradually opened the door, heard a voice said, "Oh move mate, you're going to the station." He always knew one day they would come. He'll go out amazing, blazing his gun. He reached for the piece that he kept on the land and my man wasn't playing and laid him with one. When the Fed tried radio waiting, man ran for the first window that was open. He couldn't survive that fall, are you joking? But when he looked out, there was nobody posted. Did you ever hear the story about Leon? I said Leon, they said Leon. He was from the flats that the jack kids be on. Before the cats they had they cracked a fiend on. They say on the street he a fiend on. When he squeezed on, it's phenomenal. Make a change off a name like a hitman and we'll hitman if it's reasonable.
I feel like every single hood has a guy like this, man. Every single hood has a guy like this. You know what I'm saying? That when they tell stories about them, that you think that there's some next superhero or some next legend that never existed. They existed, fam. Low key, I feel like every hood has a story, whether it's back in the day, whether it's now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man just chilling on the thing, blood, like man's Batman or whatever, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Bruce Wayne, blood. Man like Leon Wayne, fam. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Coming like Black Lightning and them thing there, blood. Nah, shout out Knucks for real, man. The storytelling while entertaining us with the bars, with the hook, blood. You know what I'm saying? With the flows and them thing there, blood. Shout out, man. Shout out, blood. Can't even lie to you, blood. Shout out, man, like Knucks 10,000 times. I feel like I'm gonna constantly react to his tunes now, fam, because I always knew Knucks was cold. I've always listened to him, but I've never really like properly reacted to him. I think it's his colours that I first reacted to still. Can't even lie if I'm not mistaken, but then I reacted to the Alpha House thing or the other one because he like released like 2 tracks in one, and then obviously now here we are with the Leon the Professional, blood. But I feel like he's gonna be a regular on the channel now, you know what I mean? But hey, shout out Knucks 10,000 times, fam. Keep doing your thing. One of the greats right now, fam. You know what I'm saying? Rising to legendary status type of thing, fam. You know what I mean? I can't even lie to you, blood. He showed us a lot in the little time that he's had, fam. You know what I mean? I know. I'll catch you at the next one, man. It's your boy Enquiries. I'm out here, fam. And the big people, man. I'm gone.
Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar, I'm too persistent. With Enquiries, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But if a bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and the bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax.